Alrighty guys, what's up? So, super duper fun loading, and a little bit of an issue I had. This is my first time loading the 75 Hornady 75 grain ELD Match bullet. I already loaded up some 223 for my AR-15 that has a 20-inch barrel. So you can see here, just some average 77 grain Sierra Match Kings. Very good stuff. I've never used these before. I've never loaded them before, so I'm trying to try something new. But then, when I was looking at the data from Hornady about the 75 grain ELD match, the cartridge overall length for the 77 grains from Sierra are 2.260 inches. The ELD-Ms are 2.390 inches. So really, but there's load data for the service rifle, which is kind of confusing because when you go to grab a bullet, this is the cartridge overall length that they asked. Go to put it in here. Just a standard AR-15 10 rounder. Go to put it in there, and what do you know? That is not supposed to fit like that. And you can hear a lot of powder, and I know it's not really that safe. And this is going in a bolt gun, so if there's any overpressure signs, it won't be that bad. It'll be a lot safer. But this is to magazine length. I loaded up. So if you look at the difference, I mean that's not going to be, even then that's a little bit too long. It's going to be ramming right in there, which to me a little weird. Don't understand why they did that, unless 22 the 75 grain ELD match, unless Hornady has some crazy custom magazines and crazy custom actions that they were testing it on, but I just don't understand it because I will have to compare it to the 75 grain hollow point boat tail match. Now, if you compare the match bullet, at least in length, side by side to each other, you can see that, let me get it just right, you can see that that bullet, I mean, it's kind of a little bit off, sorry. Let me see. Sorry the camera quality is so bad. You can see that just the ELD-M bullet is a lot longer than that 75 grain. So both same grain weights, but this guy is a lot longer than the 70, and the loading data kind of reflects that too. The load data, I believe, is 2.260 inch, so maximum overall length for 223 Remington. So I just think it's kind of interesting. I thought you guys would want to know. So the only solution I have right now, because I am going to be loading it in my Ruger Predator here, is really just a single feed, which kind of sucks. And even when I tried putting a round in here with a 75 grain ELD match, and I tried putting it in the gun, it literally will not fit in there because the tip of it, because the tolerances on the, at least on this Ruger Predator stock, the standard stock is so tight that you can't even get it in there with just single feeding. So I would have to pretty much load the magazine, or put the magazine in the gun, put a round in, just try to fit it in there, and then go forward, because with the Ruger Predators, it catches on the magazine. So it's kind of a weird, there's not really any solution unless I were to single feed and then whatnot. So just watch out, guys. If you guys are ever going to be using the 75 grain ELD match, I don't really recommend it. If you're going to be trying to load it for an AR-15 and even a bolt gun, it would be super duper painful to try to load them. Other than that, I hope you guys have a really great rest of your day. Remember, guys, Christ is King.